Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see how to implement lazy loading of the expensive data in Drupal. So for that, let's first understand what I mean by expensive data. For that, let's assume you have a block, and inside that block, you are rendering some data, and that data, you are generating the data through very heavy SQL queries, or might be that data is depending on any external API, and you are afraid that that data can increase the page load time. So such type of data is called like expensive data, and that data can increase the page load time and hence decrease the performance of your website. So the solution one solution is to load that data through lazy loading. And what I mean is, let's implement it and then we will understand it. So for that, I have a custom module called Drupal hacks, and I'm going to do this demo inside that module only. For that, I have a block, and I'm going to create some expensive data inside that block, and then we'll lazy load that data. So for that, I have a block. I already have a block, and instead of writing a fresh block for you, I'm going to explain it to you, so it is going to save time for the video. Uh, so for that, I have a simple block called lazy loading example block, and inside that block, like a normal Drupal block, I have a build function, and inside that build function, I am rendering two markups. First, saying that I am not expensive data, and second markup I am rendering through a function which is saying I am expensive data to load. I take time to load. And one more thing, if you notice here, is that uh, at line number 40, I'm using a function called sleep. I'm using this function to delay the script by 9 seconds. So it is going to delay the loading of our page by 9 seconds. So let's go to a function, clear the cache. Okay, so after clearing the cache, you can see I have already rendered that block in the sidebar region. So this is that block, and let me refresh it for you, or go to another page. Let us go to the contact page, and then if you focus on the network section of your developer tool, you would see my page is loading, and it is loading in 9.86 something seconds. Now if I go to any other page, or if I, yeah, so if I load it, it has loaded in 9.86 seconds. So if I refresh it, since I have disabled cache on the local environment, so it is not caching anything, and it is going to again reevaluate the logic, and it is now loading in 10.78 seconds. Now let's change this sleep time to 5 seconds, so that you would understand that actually the delay time is because of this line and because of our expensive data. Now I've changed it to 5 seconds. Earlier it was loading around in 10 seconds. Let's refresh it, and then let's see in what time it is loading. Now it is loading in 6 seconds. So by this we can simply understand that it is the idle page loading time is 1 point something seconds, but because of our heavy or expensive data, it is loading in 6 point something seconds. And if I go to any other page, my account, you would see that it doesn't go or load the entire page until it has loaded our block. So that is taking 6 point something seconds. This, so that is a one more disadvantage. Because of our expensive data or block, the entire page is getting affected. So for solving this, we can load this data with the help of lazy builder. So let's just uncomment this, and I'll explain you what I mean by this in a bit. Let's just see, after uncommenting this, what it is going to do. I am I have disabled cache here, so nothing is being cached. Earlier it was taking something around 6 point something seconds. Let's reload it and let's see in what second it is. So you would see it has loaded the page, and then it has loaded my expensive data. Let's focus on this block. I'm going to refresh it. You would see that it has loaded the data in 2 point something seconds, the entire page, and then 5 further seconds it took to load this data. And if I go, let's increase it in to 10 seconds, and let's change it to 15 seconds so that we can see the change. Okay, so let's go to home page. I'll refresh it. You would see it is going to the home page. It has loaded the home page in 2 point something seconds, and I'm not saying my expensive data here, and that has not affected my entire page. My entire page has loaded successfully, and in another 10 seconds it has added that expensive data. Now let's see how to implement it. For implementing it, we just have to add the data, as in the callback function that is going to load or return the rendered array. Uh, so I had specified the callback function like this, and the second parameter of lazy builder is the arguments we want to pass to that callback function. So here I'm passing none. That is why this empty array. Now, um, second parameter is create placeholder. This will tell Drupal to create a placeholder here, and once the page is loaded and once we have the data from this callback function, then replace that placeholder with that data. With these two only, we can implement lazy loading. Then one more thing is, in the class, if you are implementing lazy builder, you must implement trusted callback interface. And the second thing is, you would have to implement a function also. Write this function, trusted callbacks function, and inside this function you would have to specify the list of the callbacks the Drupal can trust. uh, and then that's it. This is how you implement lazy builder in Drupal.